Oh, I thought it said he joined. Did you constrain that stuff?
Hello, this is Jim Brown entering the room.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, how you doing, Cecily?
Good. How are you?
Tired. It's been a long day.
I feel you.
I know, you're 2 hours ahead of me, so you're almost done for the day.
I am 2 hours ahead of you. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. for me.
But I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning dealing with technical issues like no internet this morning.
Ooh.
I still don't have internet by my normal way. I'm doing this today off my Wi-Fi hotspot on my cell phone attached to my laptop.
Oh, man.
Yeah. CenturyLink will be out tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, between 8 and 12 tomorrow to fix it for me. And really, that's not acceptable. It's the only option they gave me, though, so I had to accept it. Did you get my note about my wire frames?
I've been trying to keep up on everybody today. I've got a lot of stuff sent to me.
Well, I sent you a note in Slack yesterday saying that until we got through the meetings today that I wasn't going to finish up my wireframes because there's too many nerves. Yeah.
There's so much that we're going to have to talk about, and rearrange and change.
Oh,
Yeah, especially considering the IT meeting that we had today.
Oh, yeah. How did that go with you guys?
It was eye-opening, to say the least. We don't have direct access to the website.
What?
Essentially, what it's going to turn into is a scramble for me and Jim to get prototypes ongoing and you guys to test them until the 20th, and then a scramble for Jim and I and Natalie and Jennifer to get everything on the website.
Okay.
Because we can code it, but then there's the possibility that things may be changed when we transition it from our coding into Oracle.
Because their CSS may overwrite what we do. So it'll be interesting.
Okay, well.
And Monica's on here now.
I guess I haven't seen. Did you post any kind of link? Did they record that meeting?
No, it was a voice meeting.
No. Yeah.
Oh, just a voice meeting.
The only screen sharing was done between Jennifer and one of the Oracle people, Nick.
Okay. If one of you guys could bullet point out some notes and stuff from that, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
we'll work that up. I'll get that done today for you.
I was going to say, sounds like a job for Jim.
Great. You forget from your military days, stuff rolls downhill, not uphill, if there was a hill.
And I'm looking at both of our bosses and saying, I volunteered Jim to do that. The correct way of putting that is, Jim said he'd be willing to do that.
Yeah. Well, you and all your slack time, you have all the spare time, Greg. You should be able to get done in half an hour.
Right.
That phone number is Ashley. Ashley's here.
Do you guys realize that I probably broke at least half a dozen motor vehicle laws just to get here on time? Of course, that's nothing new. I break half a dozen every day when I drive. So.
Well, I was going to say you're in Anchorage. You got to break them.
But you made it, so that's what counts.
Yeah.
And you were one of the first ones here.
No, I was the fourth one here.
Well, one of the first, okay. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of us here, so
Ashley's on the phone. She's typing stuff.
Okay. Is that the 919 number?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Amanda popped in and talked to me earlier today, so I already talked to her. And then I don't know that many people are going to make it to this meeting. I wasn't email happy for this one.
Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and just dive into it? I don't have a big fancy slideshow this time around, but
that's okay.
I want to say I really sucked this week. I'm not going to lie. Communication-wise, being on vacation and being sick and just wasn't wonderful. So I am getting back into gear. So
question is, Cecily, is that first gear or reverse? I'm on a roll today. I can't help it.
So everybody that's on this call, did you guys all attend or watch the meeting with the client that happened yesterday?
Yes.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday, Greg. That was the presentation.
Yeah.
Not to be confirmed, not to be confused with our other meetings that we've had with IT and whatnot.
Well, today alone, this makes the 4th phone call / conference call that I've had to do today.
Well, then you're an old pro at this.
Let's go with off.
There you go.
There. Okay, so I wanted to... Oh, Carmen, why is that doing that? Carmen is here on her phone.
Yep.
Not in yet.
Yeah, I don't see her in the list, but she said she's here on mobile.
But, well, yeah, she probably hasn't clicked on the link and so she could hear it or not, but...
Okay. Well, I wanted to start talking about some of the changes that we're going to have to make to the site. I'm super excited about, so this was the updated wireframe, and I know that I was a little behind on contacting everybody and staying in touch at the beginning of this week. So when it came time for the meeting, we were a little behind with like the wireframe and the updates that were suggested from Jennifer. So this was what I threw together for the presentation. So
and that was fairly accurate to what you wanted from our wireframe meeting. So.
Okay, Ashley, I'm going to attach this in here. That should be coming to you. Okay. So, and actually, I don't have the, Ashley, if you're looking for the AI file, I don't have it here at home. I've got it at work. I will get that uploaded in the classroom, though.
You don't have that synchronized with Creative Cloud?
I do everything else.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pick on you, Cecily. I know you had a hard week being sick.
But this is, I just kind of wanted you guys, before we start talking about all the stuff that we're going to have to adjust, I kind of wanted to see how you guys were feeling about the way this is looking now.
I like the way it looks.
I liked it. I was fine with the way
that it looks.
Is that Iris that snuck in here without us realizing that?
I think it's Monica.
No, and it's Monica.
Monica. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I assumed. I should never do that.
Okay, so let's start with the top down of all the stuff that we need to adjust. I think up here was fine. They were happy. I think we were all pretty on board with creative community.
Yep.
But definitely the direction they're wanting to go in, and they love the light bulb graphic.
Yes, it did.
And
who was it that drew that up?
I really want to say who it was, and I cannot think of it. Maybe Candace?
Okay.
Right?
She did a really good job.
It was me, Monica M.
It was you, Monica. Okay, because I remember
you.
But I was trying to.
And you're just going to sit back there and not tell us it was me, huh?
No, I'm eating, so.
Oh, what are we having for dinner?
Two of us. I'm eating too.
Wait, Monica, what are we having for dinner? Meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Greg, what are you having?
Corn.
I'm having Carl's Jr. I don't know about the rest of you.
Oh, well, I ate earlier. I had corn. I had brisket that I made yesterday that was just phenomenal.
So one of the things that they touched on in the IT meeting today, that calendar, we may have to drop even just the static link back to the calendar.
Really?
Simply because of all the necessary coding. Which reminds me, one thing that Jennifer mentioned was even if this does not go the site does not go live before the end of class, she will keep working on getting it the way that we designed it and get it live as soon as possible. So.
Are you struggling over there?
Me?
Yeah.
Is he what?
There's like a crazy amount of noise. I didn't know who that was. I thought maybe he was having some issues.
Oh, no, that was not me.
Oh. I don't hear it anymore. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm sorry.
Jennifer did say that if we didn't get this all done, because she's got a time period when she's going to be out, and she's actually the one who's going to be putting the stuff tentatively on the internet, into the Universal Content Management System.
Okay,
and
so if we can't do this static link that goes out to the calendar, can we still do the download the PDF?
Is that something that's available on the? I don't think we're going to be able to. But you know what? Here's what we can do. From what I gathered from talking with Jennifer and Nick and everybody today, we can design what we're going to design. And we can put everything together that we want, and we can get their buy-in on the whole thing. But when they go to put it to the Oracle database through the Universal Content Management System, they'll put on there what they can, and we may not get that all on there. So
I want to say somebody showed me a link to it's like the school had like PDF'd the calendar.
Well, it's actually a Google widget is what it is.
Yeah. And I've played with Google widgets. They're nice to be able to pop something in there. They're not all that nice if you don't like the format of them. And I can tell you that Jennifer does not particularly care for the format of the calendar as it stands right now. But there's not a lot you can do with that, I don't think.
Okay.
But we will design our site according to the wireframe that we did, and we'll get as much on there as we can, and see how much of it translates over to the content management system they're using.
Okay, so if we keep this here for now, can they just like hide this if they don't use it right away?
Yeah.
I guess what do you guys think of this? Obviously these are just graphics I threw in here for the meeting, but what do you think of having this here like this instead of the actual calendar?
Well, the calendar of events, here's the issue, is it's going to change every month. And if we cannot get a if they cannot set up the calendar to actively link to the school calendar that they have, which they should be able to, but whether they can or not. If they can't do that, then they're going to probably drop the calendar.
Okay.
And quite honestly, that is very low on Jennifer's priority list of things that she wants on the page.
I remember that from the meeting. She talked about that. That was another thing when it came to the organizing the page. She said that she'd rather have this like clear down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And she'd like to have the student artwork section like either turned into a banner or just down lower on the page.
Right. She wants the Facebook pages at the very top.
Yeah. Which I get that.
Yeah. Because she once again they're concerned about what you see above the fold, so to speak. So you get first impressions.
Okay. This needs to be okay, and then what do we feel about the student artwork? I mean, everybody really liked the idea of having like the image there. In the meeting, they talked about they liked having the image there, but some people said they thought that it should be smaller, like a banner strip, or just smaller and down on the page further.
Yeah. Greg, what was your impression? I kind of got the feeling that if we moved that down the page and made it smaller, that they would be happy with that.
Yeah. Like, can you scroll down, Cecily?
Yeah.
Sure, she's Wonder Woman. She can do everything.
If I remember right, Jennifer or one of the other ladies mentioned moving the student artwork between the organization / clubs and the alumni link.
Like right here?
Yeah.
And we're not going to have an artwork carousel. It's just going to be a static banner.
Yeah. That links to that gallery page.
Right.
Right.
Now, we can have that do the multimedia thing, so it can be done with the, who's our multimedia guy?
Robert.
My brain. Robert, thank you. So Robert can design something to go on that, to make it look nice and make it look other than just a static bar.
Monica, what are you thinking for this up here, the student artwork section?
I like the idea that we had originally had, but so we can still bring in the the student artwork sliding across, or was that did they say
that was
yeah, she nixed that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was just, we're going to have to, and that's why I kind of brought up the idea of doing like a contest. And they actually said to keep it internal to the classroom. So I don't know if we want to like have the graphic designers each design something to put there, or even throw in the multimedia people. Maybe he can. It's just one guy. It's Robert. He can do.
Yeah. But 25,000 graphic designers.
I know. And then we can do like a poll or something and vote on it, vote on what piece is going to go there. So, okay, so I think we're good with putting that down on the page further. That didn't bother me. And then I was going to ask you guys, what would you feel if we, instead of sharing this panel here with the widget, if we like move the widget down and like combined, like shrunk down the calendar section a bit and like made this with the widget and made the Facebook thing the whole width of the top of the page?
We got pretty positive response yesterday when we realized we were going to have the Facebook widget here and it's going to change as it goes across.
The Facebook widget, that's just like the window into the Facebook page.
Right, for that.
This thing, it's not actually connected to this thing.
It's not?
It's just sitting here next to it.
Because I thought we were going to have, and maybe I'm wrong. I thought we were going to have the WDIM like page there and that Facebook page there. And when we go to the next section or the next, which one over there, I can't read it right now. It would be their Facebook page and et cetera, et cetera. So we had all 7 Facebook pages on there.
Like this thing here, like this line, this divider line, this over here is one entity, this over here is another entity. This is just like a little window into the main AI Facebook page. And then this over here is like a little window talking about graphic design because we're on the graphic design tab. Then if you select the interior design tab, this tab closes to right here and it exposes the interior design tab. So I was thinking to make this area larger so we could do more of a banner image, actually make this section here the whole width of the page.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
Let's talk about the width of the page for a minute, because what resolution? I mean, how many? We have 955 pixels roughly to work with across the width of the page. Are you going to take all 955 pixels across for that social media banner or social media section?
So you're saying that it's 955 from like here to over here.
If you look at the best example is if you go to the student portal. And
that's where she is right now.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, she is. That white space on the left and right hand side, we have no control over, because that's part of the.
They said that.
UCM. Yeah. So that from left to right, from across the top of the red bar, is 955 pixels.
And that's what we have to work with. See, and when I started putting this wireframe together, I didn't know quite what the
I understand.
All of that will scale into perspective now that we know the actual width that we're working with.
Right. Because like I have a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, and when I blow it up full screen, I go, wow, a lot of wasted space. But that's the way they've designed the page.
Okay, Monica, what do you think of the slider being the full width? Do you think it's too much?
I don't know. Yeah, them giving the width and stuff, it might be. But I did like the idea of it being the whole width.
Because I would assume that this is my full page. I guess I don't.
Here's an idea. You put the widget for the main Facebook page across the top of that div where the slider is.
Thank you for changing that, Rod, Greg. There's some that I don't think would understand what the divs are.
Yeah. So you put the whole the main Facebook page widget across the top of that gray section where the accordion file is, or what you guys call the slider, and then make the accordion file you said 950, right, Jim?
955, yeah.
Yeah. That will give each tab, say 700 pixels, not including the tab name. So the image is like what's behind the graphics design template area. That would be 700 pixels. Another thing, I don't know if you saw it or not, Cecily, but I had messaged you letting you know we need the graphics design team to design those vertical names for each tab as an image.
Yeah, I've got that down as a task for this week.
Yeah. And then we can just throw those images in there and turn them into the tab headers. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think now that we know the actual pixel width of what we're working with, when we go to do our next refine the wireframe a little further, we can actually do it to the proper scale.
Mm-hmm. And I would say a maximum height, and correct me if you think something different, Jim. Maximum height for those graphics for what you're going to have us put in each of those slides of 500 pixels.
Like,
so 500 pixels high, yep, by 700 wide.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Okay. Thanks. I wrote that down. And I agree, Ashley. She posted that the way that you guys are describing that, it does sound like it would be a little much to stretch that across the whole page. So I guess what I was visually seeing when I was thinking about this, the first time when we first put this wireframe together, I was thinking about the width that this box is already, and getting it actually flush here, and then the rest of this section being the Facebook sliders.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not bad, right? That's not a bad enough thing.
No, not too bad.
Okay. And I mean, this is a pretty decent dimension to work with for the Facebook and the Facebook sliders, I think. Is that what you're saying, Greg? Is this about 500?
No. Forgive me, I'm trying to eat.
You're okay.
So what I was thinking was based on trying to put the Facebook widget running across the entire top of it. If we're going to keep that size there, hold on. You would only have a total of 636 pixels to work with for the slider, which would mean that you would have only have, call it 470 pixels for the graphics on each tab. Wide.
I want to map this out because I'm just not picturing it in my head. I'm going to pull up Illustrator here real quick and do this.
Okay, so make the width 955 pixels.
Okay. So, we'll say this is our little bar up top.
split it into thirds and draw one box on the left-hand third.
So, thinking about, you said 500 high?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty big.
And then make the width for that box 318 pixels. Okay. Now, right next to that, make that second one. It should be 636 pixels.
Look at that. Boom.
You're off.
By
8.826 pixels, almost one whole pixel.
Look at there we go. Perfect.
There you go.
Now that larger block, cordon off a section that is 159 pixels wide on the far right hand side.
That is how wide?
159. Okay, so that's almost too small. My thought was...
Were you talking about putting all of them in here?
Yeah, all of the the tab headers, when they're expanded or when they're collapsed down and you're looking at the very first tab, for instance, the graphics design tab, all of those would be in that gray or green box, which that's almost too small of a block.
Yeah.
Make it 225. No, make it 200 pixels wide.
Make up your mind. Oh, I mean, sure.
Yeah, that should be plenty of room. So that green box is the headers, and the middle blue box is what you guys have to play with as far as space for graphic elements.
Okay,
So
I'm going to tell you, my design brain really hates this.
Yeah.
Like,
that would only give you 436 pixels to play with for a graphic element. Now, you can make the height shorter if you want to try and even out the symmetry, but I'm talking just pure width. You have 436 pixels to play with for an image.
Okay, because like this is what I was thinking when I was first talking about this, and we decided that it was too much. Looking at it this way, I don't think it looks like too much. I think this looks like a normal width for a banner photo that would be on Facebook.
Yep.
And then you'd have enough room to do your tabs here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now the issue comes in: can we make the the primary Facebook widget, the entire width of the page?
But I don't think we'd need to, because I was talking about kind of compartmentalizing. I can't even speak now.
Compartmentalizing?
That's what I was trying to say. So if this block here is the Facebook widget, and this block here is the calendar and the download for the PDF of the calendar.
Yeah, that would work.
What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, I like that.
And that gives you 755 pixels to play with for the graphic within each tab.
Yeah, I like that. Because it reminds me of let me pull up. Oh, I about closed out the meeting. Let's see. Actually, here's the fashion one right now. And they've got their art locks. Okay.
I think it's Facebook that has that.
I don't know why I'm in the group. Why is it not popping up?
Now, my question is, how many groups are there? Are there only the 6 mentioned in the wireframe?
Yeah, but what's in the wireframe are the ones they wanted included.
Okay.
But I don't see the main graphic design one here. That just, when did they change the name? I don't know. $8.51. Okay, so this here is the size of a normal Facebook cover photo.
Oh.
So if we scale that down appropriately, it would be about here. So we'd have to bring these up. That still doesn't look too bad.
No. And for each of the tabs, I just did the calculations with only 6 tabs. It gives you about 33 pixels to create those name graphics.
So what's the you said 33 wide?
Yeah.
And I'm looking here at the Facebook pages, plugin, social media plugin stuff.
Yeah.
Maximum width of the widget is going to be 500 pixels. Minimum height is 70 pixels. That's the only 2 extremes they give us. I mean, we can go anywhere in between there.
So that's what roughly what it's going to look like.
Yeah, personally, I like it. So for everyone watching this in the future, hopefully this evening or tomorrow, please start giving feedback on what you guys all think of this. I'm gonna go ahead.
Here in the next day or so, it's going to become put in concrete.
Yeah, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post something tonight to get everybody commenting and thinking about it. Yeah, I really like this layout.
These dimensions that we're giving, they're, like Jim said, they're going to be set in concrete, and they're actually very important and beneficial for us to get the physical dimensions so that we can start getting layouts.
Okay, so what else is there here? So that would take care of this section and the calendar stuff, and then we're working on And one of the people on the call had mentioned something about how she felt like the page was too linear, like we were going too horizontal. Everything was laid out horizontal, and she wanted to talk about. But I wonder if moving the Facebook thing down and breaking this up into compartments and having this horizontal and then these cubed, if that kind of solves that issue.
A little bit, especially if we move that the student featured student artwork down, because then it's going to move that society section up along with everything else. And it brings more light to those connection pages, which is what they were all really harping on. And then if people are interested, they can scroll down and see the featured student artwork and then the alumni.
Yeah. It was a pretty good consensus that the alumni is good being down here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And I was gonna ask you guys, this was just a placeholder. If we go with that light bulb design, I feel like we're gonna need more room up here.
What you could do is have it kind of like as a watermark in the background behind all of these tabs.
You wouldn't see it.
So where the white is here, they see through to here and see the light bulb?
Essentially, yeah.
Amanda had created, no, maybe it wasn't Amanda. Somebody had created a background design that had the big AI kind of floating in the middle of it.
Might have been Dustin.
That was Dustin?
Might have been, I don't remember.
I can't keep anybody's name straight to save my life. But,
what's my name?
Might not be too bad of an idea. But I really love that graphic, so I'd love to have it, even if it's smaller here and then bigger in the background. I guess this is gonna be a task for the graphic designers, is figuring out how we're gonna lay this stuff out up here up top, because we need to have the name. If we're gonna have a logo, we need to have it up here, and then we need to have the little line of social media links up here.
Yeah. So I completely agree that that's something for you graphics designers to hash out how you're going to scale that. I'm not good at graphics design, so just give me what it is, give me the dimensions, and tell me where to put it, and I'll put it there.
Monica, I wonder if we have you down to about here, how much space is that? Oh, 120. So if we take 120 pixels and oh shoot, I'm pressing on a recorded thing. Sorry. Okay. If I give you this space and then cut out let's go, if I give you 720 pixels by 120 pixels to work with, could you create a small version of your light bulb that fits in here? And then I was thinking, because in your design you've got the name and the name and stuff in the actual light bulb. Can you create a version that doesn't actually have the name and stuff in the light bulb yet, and do that really cool scripted name across here?
Okay.
Why not make it a full 200 pixels high?
I mean, we could.
It'd give her a little bit more room, so there would be a little bit more clarity to the images.
My only worry about that is that leaves Dustin with a huge amount of room down there for the social media links, and they're really just a skinny little line. So we'd have to put something else down here to fill in that space.
Then why not have the social media links vertical, and it would give Monica even more space to create the name banner?
Well, look at you, Greg, full of awesome ideas. Okay, so we say 860.
Hey, Greg, remember you're not a graphics designer.
No, but I'm sitting here looking at her I actually like the fact that she's laying it out, and I'm looking at the spatial awareness, and I know that the smaller images get, the more unclear they get. So.
Do you guys remember how many social media links we have?
6.
Am I not
doing Let's see. I'm trying to see where we're at.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making me angry.
Because they have Facebook, they have Twitter, and YouTube. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones showing on the current page.
Yeah, but Dustin narrowed it down to the ones that we had. And then I guess we could do some kind of like writing here that's like and throw it over to the side over here.
That looks
Something
nice.
like that. That would give you some awesome space here to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the space.
Now, do we want to animate that as well?
It would be kind of cool, like say the light bulb was static here, and then the creative community like drew itself across the banner, and then just
banner. Oh
yeah. Do you think that'd be too much?
No, that would really be cool.
It would definitely give Robert something to work on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Monica, you draw the full design after that. It would be after the animation completed, and give it to him, and he animates it.
Yeah.
Okay, and Monica, you're lead graphic designer, right? I would maybe try to find some way to incorporate some of the other people into helping you create that banner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I've already been, like, I get a lot of emails about them not having anything to do, so.
Yeah.
Well, now they can't say that.
Yeah.
We've got 6 Facebook banners, 6 tab names, and a name banner to do so far.
And I was under like the first week or two, I was under the impression that the graphic that was going to be in here was going to come straight from the Facebook page, but after that client meeting, they made the comment that this could be student design stuff in here too.
Which actually,
that was
to me, that makes much more sense. And if each graphics designer, how many graphics designers do you have on your team, Monica?
250,000.
I think there's 8, including some that have secondary. Like some of them are supposed to be doing web design and other stuff too. But
so if you give one of the designers the task of creating all 6 of the name banners or name tabs, and then each graphics, 6 other graphics designers have 1 tab each. You know, that gets 7 of them. Some type of visual representation that, hey, I had a hand in this.
Exactly. I think that's what a lot of them are worried about, is that they want to use it for their portfolio. So.
And I really love that idea, but what I want to make sure is I want you as the lead graphic designer, I want you to work with the team to come up with a cohesive idea for each tab. Like, obviously they're all going to be different, but I don't want them to be so different that it's like crazy going through each tab, you know?
Yeah.
They have to have some continuity between them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just work with them with a good idea that, some kind of a good, like I liked Dustin's idea of kind of stylizing each of the images to add in the color that represented that tab. Like the whole thing wasn't that color, but there was just enough of that color in the image to really link it to the tab that it was on.
Yeah.
That was kind of a cool idea. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't want one to be totally illustrated in Illustrator and then the next to be a chopped up photo from Photoshop, you know? Like, I want them formatted basically the same way so they look nice and clean as you go through each tab.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that makes me feel better because that is a good chunk of tasks.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, it almost seems like in this one meeting we have all of the requisite department heads to be able to complete this, because 90% of it is all just graphics.
Yeah.
Kind of wish Robert was here so he'd know what multimedia he was needing to do, but you know.
I know. I hope he has an idea.
He's still traveling.
That script, that'd be cool.
Yeah, he should be able. You can do that in After Effects.
Okay.
And animate.
And then I did see where Carmen, she had said that she had just posted some typography choices in the thread today. So I'd like to start working with the headers and getting them looking the way they should be. And then I was going to ask you guys about these. What are we thinking? Are we going to have, like, their logo on here? Are we going to do their initials in some creative way on here? What'd you think?
If Carmen did, I'm not sure where she posted it. Unless she put it in week 3 assignment.
She posted a bunch of stuff today.
Yeah, but where is the question? Unless she's talking in the Slack channel.
No, it's week 3, assignment 2 is in there, I think.
Oh, she posted back in week 3. Okay.
Back in week 3, that was yesterday.
Hey, that's back in week 3. I'm going to leave week 3 where it's at. Just starting new in week 4. Okay, and then what did you guys think about in that meeting? One of the people had suggested the tiles that turned over when you rolled over, like National Tech.
The rollover effect?
Yeah, like they had mentioned, like these are tiles, and like the tile would flip when you rolled the mouse over it, and it'd have like information about National Tech on the back.
Yeah, that's a Robert thing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Jim and I could do that, but it's going to be easier for Robert to animate that, honestly. He's going to have more time with what Jim and I have to already do. Robert would have more time.
Okay. Robert. I cannot type to save my life tonight. Slash tile effect? I don't even know what to call it.
Flip effect. A rollover flip effect.
Okay. And then I really want to add in some kind of a rollover effect on these, even if it just makes them kind of pop out a little bit when you roll your mouse over them.
Yeah.
And that is a Robert thing too.
Oh, most certainly. That one is definitely going to be Robert. I mean, we could do something when they effect when they press the buttons, but having them come up when you roll over them, that's much more easily done by a multimedia person.
Yep.
Okay.
How the heck can you read? Oh.
It's just what it starts out as.
Really? That's 12
Yeah, I realized where she zoomed in on or zoomed out where she's at in magnification.
But I'm thinking of the overall width of that page. That 12 point seems really small.
12.
That is odd.
This is the widget, right? And then this was the calendar section. Okay, so then this is actually, you know, dang it, now that I'm thinking of it, we're moving the calendar section down.
Were we?
Do we have to? That's
what they had talked about in the meeting. They didn't think that it was important enough to be.
Yeah, because that was a lower priority thing for them.
But I mean, we did move the Facebook slider up, so maybe we'd give some, we'd take some.
Maybe.
You know, now that I look at this blown back like this, the Facebook slider section looks too short.
Put it. Is that 100%? Zoom?
This is right here. Like, look at how big the logo section is compared to the Facebook sliders.
Well, you got the header section in there, too, though.
Well, yeah, and because we're not using the Facebook banners, we don't necessarily have to adhere to the banner size regulation because we're having the graphics design department or the graphics team create their own images. We don't have to adhere to that size standard.
Hey, Robert, I think for the graphics, for the web design section, you should take a selfie of you at your computer typing code.
Well, Robert isn't here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I mean Greg. I'm sorry.
And I don't take pictures. I break cameras.
Oh, good Lord.
No, seriously. People have tried taking pictures of me. I'll walk up, smash their camera. I hate pictures of myself. My mother is lucky that she gets one a year or one every other year.
That's why I have a telephoto zoom lens, so I can reach out across the room and take pictures of people that don't realize they're getting the pictures taken.
I was going to say, if you can reach all the way up here with your telescopic lens, you've got one heck of a camera.
I'm gonna be up there in August.
I don't know why this right. spacing themselves out like I want them to.
Cecily, okay. I have a question that maybe this is kind of a silly time to ask it, but we're redesigning the wireframe again, which I know we need to do. But at what point do we say this is what we're rolling with? Because we've already gotten approval on the other one with the minor exceptions and moving the sections around.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move the sections.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm doing this now like this because you gave me the actual number of width, so I want to actually lay this out and get it.
I got it.
And we'll probably I'll leave it up for people to talk about tomorrow and then probably the next day. But this is gonna be what we do. I don't think we'll change much on this after tonight.
So under the Facebook widget and all that, it would be the societies, the clubs and societies.
Not the circles?
Well, that's part of it. Because remember,
yeah.
Jennifer said that those national clubs or national societies were all part of the same thing.
What do you mean? Like these are all these?
Yeah.
The same thing?
Right. In fact, you have it laid out kind of like she was talking about, where they're grouped together.
Oh, okay. Each of these links are individual things, though, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Do I have the right amount? 5?
Close enough.
Yes.
Please don't mind my awesome color choices.
No, I want them to be red.
Hey, I do the same thing. When I'm trying to lay something out, I randomly pick colors. Personally, I would probably have had a heck of a lot more colors on there, and everybody would have been looking at me like, what the hell were you thinking?
What were you smoking when you did this?
Not a darn thing.
Okay, so what do you guys think about the size for those then? If this is at 100% here, what do you think of the size of the circles? Are they too big? Because I can shrink them and spread them. Okay.
Hey, you want a little padding around this left and right hand side? And then center them.
You missed one.
What?
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're spacing them out a little bit more.
Yeah, I'll realign them here in a second. I just want to put some more space in between them.
I think you want a little padding from the frame from the left and right hand side though. My thought. I could be wrong.
More like
we'll
that?
get the general idea. Yeah.
Are you talking more padding on the sides here?
Yeah, I would think you'd want a little bit more on there, but that's something when Robert does the animation stuff for it, he can figure that out and make it look good.
Oh shoot!
Bang.
Oh, I'm making myself angry.
Looks good to me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right size.
Yep.
Okay. And then we're going down here to... And do we like the way these are laid out here? Are we happy with this?
I did.
So how much space do we want to give this? I mean, I don't have the squares in there yet, but, I mean, do you think this is too much?
Move that up next to the Facebook sliders. I'd almost give them double the space that the sliders have.
Why double, Robert? Greg, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why I'm calling you Robert tonight.
Because I'm looking at the wireframe, and we have 4 different clubs/society groups, and if we give each one of those groups the same height to be able to work with, maybe not necessarily the same width, but the same height as the Facebook slider, the overall feel and continuity of the site would be maintained, essentially, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay. I was just asking.
I'm sorry, I sometimes have difficulty articulating what's in my mind.
I feel you. Okay, so
symmetry. For symmetry, that's what I was looking at. Symmetry.
Okay. Like you think they're all a bit too similar in height?
No. That's what I'm saying is Jim was asking why double the amount of space for that section as the Facebook sliders for symmetry. That way each one of those club buttons is the same height as the Facebook slider.
Okay. So
so you may have to add a little bit more space in that section to give some padding around them, but
yeah, this won't leave, doing this Bigville won't leave much room. My only concern here is when you go to fill these with art on here, or with the actual artwork from the thing, or from whatever association it is, it might look goofy how big we're making this here and how small these little buttons are here.
Okay, so what's the diameter of those button widgets that you have right now?
These? 145.
So try 145.
Levi's here.
Who's this?
Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Hello. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh,
so
you're okay.
Make the height and width 145. See how that looks.
Okay, I want to try something and tell me what you guys think real quick. If we had, because there's 4 of them, right?
That's what you have on the wireframe.
So if we have 4 of them spaced out evenly like this, and then we took like that seems way too big, but I was gonna do do these the links and these the links, and then have something about the alumni in here. I mean, that
cut your height in half. Scoot the right hand side in. Move 2 of the bottom squares over to the right hand side.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, not there. On the right hand
Center
side.
put the large block between the 2, between the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
And see, in the wireframe, you mention having a little snippet about the benefits of joining the clubs and societies.
Okay, so what if I ungroup this and I make these
If you did that, you almost would need to make the National Society widgets bigger. Almost.
like make this not
No, the
so
Nationals. The circles.
Oh, the circle. What do you think, Monica?
I think it looks good. It looks organized.
Did you prefer
Did we wake you up?
the old layout better?
I forgot already how the old layout looked. What was it for? Yeah, I do prefer the old layout better.
But I'm getting, like, these, I think these tabs are going to have to be bigger. Because I feel like if we do big stuff down here like this, it makes these little tabs look tiny.
Remember that those little tabs are just the names of each tab.
True. But if we make this as wide as this is, we're really not cutting out too much. Okay, that might be way too big.
That looks good right there.
That doesn't look balanced. And on the other one, I think I had these quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, you had them slightly larger.
Mhm.
Is that going to look weird being that big compared to how big these are? Or would it look better like this?
Yeah, that looks nice.
You know, I wonder, like, instead of just talking about, like, the benefits and stuff, I wonder if we could do something else right here with those, with these.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. Well, I wanted to say something kind of animated almost, like if you had your mouse over like this one, it talks about it over here. I don't know. Maybe we can just build a little copy about the institute and stuff and the benefits of joining, and maybe have like a student quote or something down here at the bottom of it.
Yeah, because what you're talking about, that's a lot of server-side content.
Okay.
And what Gemini found out today is server-side is not going to be very easy to accomplish.
Okay, and Levi, are you still there? Levi?
If you're still there, Levi, you are muted.
Is he muted? I think it normally shows up with like a little...
Yeah, I don't think he's on the call right now.
No, he's still in the call. I think he's just muted his phone.
No, Trustee Cecily, Monica, myself, Greg, and 931-302.
That's Levi.
8406. Was that Levi?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe he just put his phone down because he had to take care of something.
Well, Levi, if you can hear me, you came into kind of the middle of the craziness here of us. We have the actual dimension of the web page, so we're trying to get the layout nailed down to where the developers can go in and start working on the actual wireframe. So what about this for the alumni? What are you guys thinking?
Groovy.
Yeah, I liked it at the bottom where it was.
And you think it's big enough, the spacing's good enough down there?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay, so looking over it as a whole, what do you guys think? Now, granted, there is going to be, the AI bar up here and the footer down here.
Yep.
Wait, now this is more of for something on Jim and my side, but there might need to be just a tad bit of spacing between each of those sections, like between the logo section and the Facebook slider, just a tad bit of white space. But again, that's something that Jim and I can sort out. As far as the physical layout of where each block is going to be, I like that.
Okay.
It also reduces the overall length, like everybody on the phone call yesterday was really concerned with.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was trying to tell them on that call was that was before we knew the actual dimensions or anything. Like, we were just throwing shapes and stuff out there to see if we liked them aesthetically on the page. Like, I think everyone got a little caught up in the size of everything before they should have. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think the scrolling thing is going to be that big of an issue. Because this is at 100%. So if I give like a couple little, this is the whole page here.
Yep. Okay, did I hear Levi back there in the background?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Did you hear me talking to you earlier?
What's that?
Could you hear me talking to you earlier?
Oh, yes.
Okay. We didn't know if you could hear us or not.
Oh, no, I just put my phone on mute.
Okay, good. Okay. So what do you think, Levi?
Well, I can't see right now. I'm talking to you on the phone right now, so.
You're just on the phone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be posting this video and the wireframe that we've kind of mocked up here because we had to make quite a few changes after that client meeting that was yesterday.
So which going to be week 2 or week 3, assignment 2?
Actually, it's going to be week 4. We're moving into week 4 right now, Levi.
Yeah. It'll be in week 4. So
okay.
I will post it in each of the different department sections there on that page. So.
All right.
Okay. Anything else up on the docket here to talk about? I feel good with the wireframe being finally.
Yes.
Developers.
The thing you
to add. Hello?
The thing you didn't. Yeah. Do what?
I don't know. You guys went like ghost silent on me.
Oh, I was going to say the thing that you have in here that you don't have in the new wireframe is your header sections that you have. Unless you want us to just incorporate that all into there.
Oh, shoot, you guys. We don't have the student artwork on there.
Oh.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
Okay. Well, let's drag that down. It probably shouldn't be any wider than the Facebook slider, right?
Yeah, no. I think it should be one of that size. Yeah, put the alumni down at the bottom.
These colors are kind of making me nauseous.
You're the one who keeps selecting them, so, you know.
I know. They're brutal, though.
You only have yourself to blame there. And you call yourself a graphics designer. How could you use those color combinations?
They're all... Okay, they're different. You can tell whatever.
They're not as bad as half the ones I use.
Okay.
Personally, I think the student artwork section might want to be a little bit smaller, but I don't know how to do that and still make it feel...
What? What if we move the student artwork section above the national societies?
No, they didn't want it up there.
What about this, you guys? What if we leave it down here? I'll make it just a little smaller. What if we stick like a some kind of a pop out, like that has text or some kind of pop out that goes like across here that talks about, I don't know, talks about the fact that it's student artwork or something like that.
That's nice.
Just to kind of break, like here's the actual student artwork piece, and then this is like a little blurb about the student that actually put it out here, that did it. And they can like change that out whenever, you know, just put the new text about the student and like the student's name, and then their piece of art back here. Is that
so
possible?
Have just a static piece of artwork to tease people into viewing the gallery?
Yeah.
Would definitely be something to throw toward, pitch to Jennifer about.
Well, that's what we talked about last night. That this up here, this is just static. This is just a single image that will, when you click on it, it'll link out to the student gallery. And then the artwork that's going to go in here is going to be something created by the student.
Yeah, and she, if I remember right, she did mention wanting to change that out, you know, like on a monthly thing.
Yeah.
Unless that was an idea that you had put out there. I can't remember.
She had mentioned like doing like, because I had talked about the contest that they do all the time at AI, and maybe do like a monthly contest, and a new piece of artwork goes in there every month. Does that break it up a little more, though, so it doesn't look so, I don't know, striped across the page?
I think if you took the student artwork section and reversed it so that the bubble portion is on the left-hand side.
Like this?
Maybe not. I was thinking you could balance off the Facebook sliders up there at the top, but I don't know. Maybe I like it the other way better. What do you think, Monica? You're being quiet again.
Sorry, I'm I'm doing homework at the same time. I like the way that you have it with this little, pop out thing.
Yeah. Do you like it on the right hand side or on the left hand side?
I'm gonna try something else.
Okay. I think it looks fine where it's at.
What do you think of that? Messing with the width of stuff to kind of vary it more.
Yeah.
So it's not like blocks across the side, across the screen. Because I don't know why, but like perfect squares. They don't necessarily have to be perfect squares.
I want to make sure they're all at perfectly 90-degree angles. No.
You know what's really
I think that was
sad?
pretty good.
My OCD would kick in and make sure that I do that.
That they're perfect squares?
It's 2 pixels higher than the one to the left of it. It's got to be fixed.
Yeah.
Like, just to give you an example, I'm sitting here looking at it, and there's not as much padding on the top of that section with the 4 blocks and then the larger one. There's not as much padding on the top as there is on the left and right.
Okay, I see that.
And so I'm like, fix it. It's got to be symmetrical. Damn OCDs.
Robert, you and I will.
There you go, Greg.
You and I will take artistic license when we put this together.
I broke it up with colors too, because that blue is kind of, I think that's more representing like the background of the page.
Mhm.
Teal blue color. Up here though, maybe I'll just do white up there for now, because that's going to be them. I guess if you do it in a PNG, you could actually do the background behind it.
Yeah, but Jim had a good point that with all the content that we're throwing in there, even if we do the larger image as the background, it's going to be covered up, so no one's going to really see it.
Well, and I guess I had mentally put that aside already. I'm just thinking about having, having white kind of pad through each section so that it's not so...
Well,
that's what I was talking about by it being something Jim and I would have to add in there is, the white, a little bit more white space between each section.
What did you do? You just erased it all.
I'm magic, Jim.
Of course you are.
Oh, for crap's sake. Never mind.
You're not gonna see your white because you made blue squares behind everything.
I'm getting tired, you guys.
I know.
What are you talking about? It's only 5:30.
Hey, it's 8:30 for me. Thank you very much.
She's got to get her beauty sleep. So it's okay, Monica. You can laugh. I heard you snicker.
We're all in college. There is no such thing as beauty sleep.
There's no such thing as sleep.
Exactly.
I said beauty sleep. Oh, and better yet, we're all in college and holding down full-time jobs at the same time. There is no such thing as beauty sleep.
No, it just makes us crazy.
Good night, bud.
Okay, so are we good?
Yep, I think so.
I like the design of it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then for those society, are we adding in? Are we gonna do logos or?
I think we better.
I think as far as the national societies and honor clubs, the national ones.
These ones?
No, not those. Not those four. Yeah, I think they have actual logos.
Okay.
That Natalie and Jennifer can provide. Because one thing that Jennifer was asking, or I think it was Nick, the Oracle guy, the guy from Oracle, was talking about was if they ever do change their logo, then all it is a matter of Jennifer going in and changing the
asset.
Yeah, the asset to point to the new logo. So I think that they do. The national ones have their own logos, but the school-specific ones, like the 4 blocks underneath that, Cecily, they don't have those ones. I don't think they have an actual logo.
So what were we gonna do? Their images?
The gal that was talking said she could get us logos. Because, like, Kappa Pi does. This one's Kappa Pi. They've got a logo.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be something to get with Natalie and Jennifer.
I think I might remind Monica B., right? Okay. She's the art director. I'll give it to her and have her get that.
Have her get all of the
logos and artwork and stuff.
Right. And she will have to either put those in a zip file in doc sharing or utilize a FTP program of some type to upload those to the test server space so that Gemini can do the proper integration.
I think I'd rather that she just put it in the doc sharing and we can take it and put it up there ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think I'm happy.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Really? And I thought you were Cecily. Sometimes. I'm getting tired too, so I understand.
That's where sarcasm is good. It keeps you on your toes.
If I had any.
Well, then it keeps you on your stubs.
No, I have toes. I just thought I'd throw that out there and see what you said.
You know, 4 can play at this game.
Yeah, but two of us are half-witted.
Exactly.
Your comedy routine is good, but not good enough. I gotta go. I want to go eat. I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need to go heat up some more brisket and have good brisket for dinner.
I got some muffins on the stove.
Cecily, before you post that new wireframe, I'm not sure how you would go about doing it, but can you put the dimensions of each of those blocks somewhere? Like either in an attached file or within that file? Don't do it now, you go eat, but before you post it onto the school, on the classroom.
Yeah, I'll just, line it out and put the numbers and stuff on them.
Yeah, that way everyone involved has an idea of what size, and if you can do it in pixel count.
Would it be a super big pain in the butt if I printed this out and wrote on it what the pixels were and then scanned it back in?
Nope.
Okay, because that would be way
more.
No,
it worked fine.
Just make sure you annotate height and width. That's all Jim and I need.
Okay.
Yep. And make sure you put your color codes in for those phenomenal colors so we can get the right colors in there.
Whatever, I'm about to grayscale this crap.
The thing we will need though is it to be in the dimensions to be in pixels. So.
Yeah, and I'm gonna round them all off so they're not on odd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Numbers, so.
Because if you don't, we will.
Well, I'll work on that, and then I'm gonna sit down later tonight and also plan out more of a timeline, and I'm gonna have this video posted tonight, but I don't know about anything else. It might take me a while to get the rest of the stuff done. But this conversation definitely gave me a whole new slew of tasks to hand out to people, so I feel good about that.
Yes.
Yeah, you should hand this off to. You should hand this off to a graphics designer and have them lay out the sizes.
You know what? I think I might give that to Ashley.
Yeah.
The last thing that I personally have to add to the meeting is who here is already registered for Special Projects 2 that starts on the 24th.
I tried, but I'm out of electives. I'm too close to being done.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't tried yet. I didn't know this.
I did not because I'm traveling.
Special Projects 2 is going to be my last degree elective, and then all I have left is general ed electives. So
okay.
I'll be bummed.
I've been trying to avoid the general ed classes as much as possible.
So have I.
Oh.
I don't care about general education classes. All I care about is my frickin' degree.
Yeah. My last 2 classes ago when we had to work in teams, my partner that I worked with, she was doing the class that we were doing, which was, I don't remember what it was now, but she was also at the same time doing personality analysis or something like that. I'm going, oh, please, I don't need any more personality. I've got enough.
Well, then I guess I won't see any of you guys in the next class. I'll be bummed.
While you're in the next, Greg, while you're in the next class when I come up for the last one.
I might be auditing that class. They said I could do that.
Auditing it?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what my instructor, or not my instructor, my counselor lady said.
How?
Oh.
Okay.
You take the class, but you don't get a grade for it, so you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to pay for it.
If I remember what auditing is.
I don't know. I told her that I'd love to participate in it, even though I couldn't have even though I didn't have an extra elective to use. She just said something about auditing.
Well, if I see you in that next class, I see you in that next class. If not,
you'll be released.
Well, why are you saying sayonara here? We still have 2 more weeks, Greg.
Because I'm going to have my nose buried in 8,000 lines of code. I'm not going to have time to look up and breathe, much less do my normal work.
It's 2.5 weeks. Please do not short this out by a half week.
No, that last half week is going to be all implementing into Oracle what we've gotten done in this next 2 weeks.
I understand. But she said we have 2 weeks. I'm going like, no, we have 2.5. Come on.
Yeah. So, anyway, you folks have a great day. I have to get ready for more work. Yay.
All right.
Yay.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Hey, it's been fun, guys. Thank you.